JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 3rd of August 2020. So yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Monday's afternoon session where we're going to have a quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest, and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yep, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. Now, jumping into the charts. So the first one I want to touch on here is the German DAX. Now this morning, I was talking about this index, and I was telling you guys to keep a close eye on the 12,416 territory here, roughly around here, basically marked by the low of the 10th of July. And what I was saying, that if the price continues to balance below it, then there is a possibility we could see this one drifting lower. However, if we get a push above this area, then we could see maybe a bit of upside here. However, one should remain careful near this downside resistance line taken from the high of the 23rd of July. So basically, we did get a push back above the 12,416 zone. So yep, that's great. The bulls really enjoyed the moment here, but currently the holdup is occurring near this downside line, as I've mentioned this morning. So in order to aim for some higher levels, what I was saying, that we need to see not only a break of this downside line, but also a push above the 12,773 territory, which recently acted as a very nice area of support. So now it could take the role of resistance. So that's why for now we will remain careful, and yes, of course, like I said, on one hand there is a chance for this one to drift higher. However, a break of this downside line would be needed first, and then second, just for that extra confirmation, a push above the 12,773 territory could do the trick for more buyers. In case this downside line continues to provide resistance, of course, this could kind of lead to some downside. However, now looking at this picture, we'll probably await at least a move back again, back above this 12,416 zone. If we do get something like that, then yes, of course, we'll keep an eye on the low of last week, just for that extra kind of cautiousness. So a nice good drop below the low of last week near the 12,250 zone, roughly around there, 254 if we want to be a little bit more precise. Then yes, of course, this would confirm a forthcoming lower low, and the next target here could be around the 200-day EMA or the 11,957 zone. So let's keep an eye on that one, guys. For now, like I said, it's testing this downside line. So let's see if the bulls have enough steam to kind of drive this one above it. Now, jumping into NASDAQ 100, and this index showed very interesting trading last week. So as you can see here, initially on Friday, the index opened with a nice gap to the upside. In the beginning of last week, I was telling everyone to kind of keep an eye on this possible range pattern, and this is kind of working out exactly like that right now. This range is roughly between the 10,307 territory here on the downside and the 11,070 zone on the upside. By the way, the 11,070 is roughly the highest, near the highest point, or in general near the all-time high, I would say, like this. So that's why for now basically we're going to be very careful. Last week the index closed in the positive territory here, and closed near the 10,906 zone. Today, looking at the cash index, the price is currently balancing just fractionally below that psychological 11,000 zone. So basically for now we will continue targeting the upside, but we will be very careful near the all-time high, which is around the 11,070 zone. Now something as well for you guys to keep in mind, because if we get a strong push higher and we see the index overcoming the this all-time high, the current all-time high, and here the 11,770, yes, there could be a possibility for this one to move further north. However, keep in mind of a possibility of seeing maybe a false breakout. So in other words, I mean, we could see a push higher, an establishment of a new all-time high, but then at the end of the day, before the close, the index could easily reverse back down. So that's why probably at this point in time here, we are at a very interesting spot, but at the same time very, very tricky. So keep your eyes on that one. Another index that I've covered this morning, and I was telling you guys to keep a close eye on this 93.81 zone. As you can see, we're now getting a push above it. Now all eyes are on the daily close. If we get a nice daily close above that, then of course we will continue aiming for slightly higher levels. We're not going to drag this one way too much to the upside. Now initially this morning I was talking about a possible move maybe towards this downside line. However, reevaluating everything again, probably we'll keep it short and simple. For now, we're just gonna aim for the lowest point of March of this year, near the 94.65 level. Slightly above that, we do have the 21-day EMA here shown as the yellow line, which also could provide a bit of resistance. So that's why I don't want to drag this one way up to the upside here, because the index might get a hold up somewhere here. Basically, this could be a strong area of resistance, and if somebody also wants to draw a downside resistance line somewhere from around here, guys, so basically this area might come as an interesting one here, might be that area which could provide resistance. But again, like I said, for now I don't want to overcomplicate everything with a bunch of lines here. For now, probably let's aim for this the lowest point of March, near the 94.65 level, especially if the daily candle today stays above this 93.81 zone. So keep your eyes on that one. And just a quick refresh of what that level is. So basically that's the lowest point of September of 2018. Now jumping into silver, here the commodity did push higher this morning. It did make its way above the 24.59 zone, roughly around here, guys. You can see that basically why I've picked this level, because we keep getting overshoots. Even last week we had a strong rally to the upside. It hit the 26.20 zone, but then as you can see, it kind of got brought down back below this level. And this is, by the way, the high of the 27th of July. That's the high of last Monday, and the price kind of got back below this, and for the whole week it kept on pushing a little bit higher, but it was kind of really, let's say, struggling to remain above this level. So that's why I'm going to keep this area in mind for now, the 24.59 zone. If we eventually do get a nice daily close above this area, then yes, higher levels could be met. We could aim for that 25 zone, 25.11, or even go all the way towards the high of last week near the 26.20 zone. Now in case of the downside here, if the commodity starts pushing below the 22.26 zone, marked by the low of the 23rd of July and marked near the low of the 28th of July. So if it drops, if the price falls below this, then we may see a bit of a larger correction to the downside here towards this upside support line taken from the low of the 18th of March, guys. So again, for now we're kind of further away from this area. We're closer to the 24.59 zone, but of course, like I said, just in case, let's keep that this level here, this key support level near the 22.26 zone in mind. Now jumping into Bitcoin Cash, and look at this beautiful move here. So last week I talked about Bitcoin Cash, and I was telling you guys to keep a close eye on this barrier right here, the 280.50 zone, which was also the upper bound of the previous range here, where the crypto was trading in for a few months, I would say. And then, yes, of course, you can see that we've exited the last week we exited the range through the upper side of it, and the crypto drifted further north. It hit a resistance near the 337.90 zone, and you can see on Sunday we had a strong reversal to the downside, a sharp decline, even getting back inside this previous range. But as you can see, the bulls managed to kind of close the day, close the end the daily candle above this area, above the 280.50 zone. So basically, this is seen as a nice kind of, let's say, positive thing here. So hopefully this can now travel to the upside again. However, given the sharp decline, to be honest, and I doubt that it's going to be a straightforward recovery back to the upside here. That's why it might take a while here until it could start grinding higher in the coming days right now. But we will be very careful around here, around this level, the 321, or let's round it up towards the 322 zone, because it might get a hold up here and then reverse back down. So that's why, again, for now, let's keep an eye on this one. Let's see how all this is going to play out. But again, the fact that the 280.50 zone acted as a very nice area of support, that's a good thing. That's a great news for the buyers. So they could, in a way, lift the crypto a little bit higher, but keep your eyes on this 322 zone. Let's see if it manages to overcome that eventually. USD JPY, so the pair, I talked about this one last week as well, and I was telling you guys to keep an eye on this 105.94 zone. As you can see, on Friday we had a strong reversal to the upside, almost managed to recover all the losses made during the week, just fell shy of a few pips of kind of managing to recover everything in order to kind of manage to recover everything. And you can see that the price is the rate is trading above this 105.94 zone, trading above that 106 zone, but it's currently getting hold up near this 21-day EMA, shown as the yellow line. As you can see here in the past, for example, from around mid-July, this 21-day EMA acted as a strong area of resistance. So let's see if the bulls are able to lift the pair above it, and also if they're able to kind of, let's say, end the daily candle above the 106.48 zone, which as you can see acted as a very nice area of support recently. So and basically then we could aim for some higher levels if we do see such a daily close. But of course, the bull should be very careful, because well, I mean, we do have this downside line taken from the high of the 24th of March, and in a way for now, basically we will be very careful here, because still, even if it travels a little bit higher, it could find resistance near this downside line. So basically, in other words, this move higher could be seen as a temporary correction before a possible another leg of selling. So, but again, all this we'll consider if we get first of all, a nice strong move above the 21-day EMA, a nice daily close above the 21-day EMA, and also above the 106.48 territory, roughly around here. If you want, you can round it up towards the 50. So but in other words, still, if we get a nice daily close above that, then yes, we will aim for that larger correction to the upside. Now GBP USD, this one, I talked about this one this morning, and I was telling you guys to keep a close eye on this 1.3035 zone. If the daily candle remains below it, then we might see this one pushing further down. But if If somehow the pair manages to stay and manages to keep the daily candle above this area, above the 1.3035 territory, then there is a possibility of seeing a nice reversal here to the upside, possibly testing the 1.32 zone, and a break of which of course would confirm a forthcoming higher high here, another forthcoming higher high, and then we could start looking at some slightly higher levels. But again, at the moment we can see that the pair is violating this level, violating this 1.3035 zone, but like I said, the day is not finished, so let's see how this is going to develop here, and I might pick up on this one tomorrow just to see how everything's kind of getting along. Euro against the Turkish lira, now something that you probably don't look at very often, but I've looked at this one last week because, well, I mean, the Turkish lira has reached its all-time high last week. And yep, as you can see, it kind of overshot the previous all-time high, which was reached in August 2018, and the pair traveled all the way here and tested this little area right here, the 8.3015 level, so approximately around there. And today we're and then after it reached this all-time high, it corrected lower. So normally when we see something like this, it tends to be a nice reversal signal when a new, let's say, a new high is created, but then the daily candle still ends up being let's say in the opposite, going in the opposite direction, closing in the opposite direction. Then yep, like I said, this could lead to a bit of correction here. So for now, today it did try to move higher, the pair did try to move higher, but right now, as you can see, the bears are trying to take the steering wheel here and drive this one lower. Let's see if they can succeed, but the of course, for now, I am a little bit on the skeptical side here. I'm kind of looking for a bit of a correction. I mean, skeptical in terms of the upside in the near term. So basically, a bit of correction here could be possible. So I'll keep an eye on that one. I'll keep an eye on this upside support line taken from the low of the 5th of March. In a way, it could be quite interesting to see if the pair could drift all the way here towards this. First of all, of course, towards the psychological 8 level, and maybe towards this upside support line, just for a quick test. And finally, Euro USD. So the pair is declining, and this is what I was talking about this morning, that if we see the daily candle staying below the 1.1725 territory, then of course we could consider a bit of a larger correction to the downside. Again, for now, the pair is trading below that level. However, let's wait and see. Let's wait until the day is going to finish and pick up on that, because if the daily candle still remains above the 1.1725 territory, then there could be a possibility of seeing this one reversing back to the upside. For now, of course, the pair is below that level. Everything's kind of leading towards a bit of correction here. If it stays below this, then yes, we will aim for our next target near the 1.1621-22 zone, or even the 1.1570 territory here, and that's marked by the 1.1570 zone right here is marked by the highest point of 2019, guys. So just for you to kind of keep in mind. So I hope you found it useful, guys. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Thank you very much for tuning in. So yep, keep your eyes on the markets. Very interesting developments happening today, this week. So like I said, keep your eyes on it. And if you want to catch my video tomorrow, as always, my Traders Espresso, 6 o'clock GMT time, I'll have a look at some of these instruments, some new ones, and yeah, we'll take it from there. We'll see what the market has installed for us for tomorrow. But have a wonderful evening, guys, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.